This episode of Karlton Says Live is sponsored by Soclay's Haven of Beauty, located at 1913 Tubman Home Road, QP Dollhouse, located at 877 Broad Street, and The Shop, located at 2756 Milledgeville Road. What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of Karlton Says Live. I'm Karlton.
And I'm Tamika.
And I'm Terrence, all around the world, DJ I Am.
What?
Y'all, sometimes I think he make it longer on purpose.
What?
He just went from in the building to all around the world.
He's speaking it. He's speaking it. All around the world. I love it.
Next he's gonna be like with some aliens.
Oh, wow. I don't know.
Universe, baby. Universe.
Next week is gonna be like Universal.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Well, all right, y'all. We definitely thank you guys for tuning in and joining us. But this week we are definitely going to talk about something very serious. It's been all over the headlines, all the riots and the bad tension, everything that happened in Baltimore. It all stems from the death of Freddie Gray, who was killed by a police officer. The officers, they were charged and everything. They made that announcement as well last week. And this is definitely just another instance of young black man being killed by law enforcement. Right. So definitely another sad situation. But we're definitely going to dive into it. We have a live panel here. They're going to talk with us. We also have our man on the street, Brother Trav. He's out there. He's getting your opinions about this incident. What you guys think about it?
Hey, how you doing? This is Brother Trav, the man on the streets with Karlton Says Live, and I'm standing here live with
Justice.
Justice, isn't that a name for what we're trying to talk about today? Justice, what we're talking about is we're talking about the police shootings that have been occurring lately, not just specifically the Baltimore thing, but before that we had Eric Garner, we had the Ferguson thing, and it just seems to be increasing. And then with that you got the protests and the riots and everything. How do you feel about that?
I mean, from what I've saw of it, because like I said, I see everything on Instagram and stuff like that, I think that a lot of it could be handled differently rather than the police taking it there with the abuse, and just it turns into a lot of racism, so I try not to look into it as much. But from what it seems, there's been a lot of racism, and I don't really read onto it, and I just try to stay clear of it. But it's very devastating, and I think that it could all be handled differently and in a more calm manner.
Fight, you have to make some noise to get heard. It's unfortunate that it is, but reactions happen.
But I do think that there's a generalized change in the way that people are viewing authority, and that it's becoming more of like an absolute sort of thing.
And if it takes rioting, if this is what it takes for us to, if we have to physically fight the police and the law enforcement because this justice system is so messed up now, if that's what it takes, then that's sad too, and it shouldn't have to revert that way.
We handle our anger wrong, we handle our issues wrong, we handle a lot of different things wrong. I mean, even myself as a young black man, sometimes I tend to handle things in an aggressive manner because that's what I see, that's what I do, that's what I know, that's what's being fed to me.
Okay, and this has been Brother Trav, your man on the streets with the Karlton Says Live show. And Karlton, we had a wide array of opinions here. What I'm getting is most people are really, really fed up and frustrated with the violence that's going on. It's really confusing. Most people don't know where we're going to end up. I think the gentleman just ended up very well with saying what we need to do is come together, unify, one nation under God. And let's do it like that, Karlton. Back to you, sir.
Thanks, Trav, so much for going out on the streets with us, and
Yeah, we love to hear your opinions. We definitely want to continue this conversation going. Go to our Facebook page, Karlton Says. We definitely want to hear what you have to say.
Right.
And who we're also going to hear from is our live panel. They're here to talk to us more about this incident. We have the founder of the Art Meets Fashion, Mr. Oscar Jesse. He's here with us today. And we also have Most Elevated Deepness.
Yes.
She's in the building. That's right, spoken word artist, known to everybody. Everybody know who she is. So we definitely have these guys here, and we're going to talk about this incident a little bit more. Thank you guys for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for having us.
Yes. So let's go ahead and just talk, just dive into it. Because, again, as I've said, it seems like this is just an issue that continues to keep happening. We had Trayvon Martin, and we just had all these other instances of people just getting killed, and they're not doing anything. They're defenseless. And so now we have Freddie Gray incidents. How do you guys are feeling about this? What do you think is the root of the issue? Because there is a root. There always seems to be a root. If it's a reoccurring thing that's happening, there's a root. So what do you guys think the root of the issue of all this is?
Well, I think it definitely starts from an educational standpoint as well as an economic standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
You know, anytime you have a group of individuals, subculture individuals who have lack of education as well as or the prior financially, you know, then you're going to have problems like that when it comes to riots and things of that nature. So, you know, all in all, I think it was a bad situation that happened with the police officers. I think because of the situation that it was half and half, half of the police officers were black and half of them was white, you know, it kind of made it different in the minds of, you know, other African Americans. But all in all, you know, I just think it starts right there on the educational standpoint and financial, economic standpoint.
Okay. What do you think?
Definitely. Sometimes we tend to look at this like it's a new thing, you know. I think because of social media, you know, telephones, video cameras everywhere. I think that this is something now that's being captured that has always existed. What can we do about it? In some cases, it starts at home. We know that we live in this culture where this is normal, like it's always been. It's been known, but now it's more on the forefront. It starts at home with really just educating our children what to do, what not to do, how to present yourself, how not to present yourself. It's a rough situation. It really is. But in any profession, you know, we can't just look at officers. There are good and there's bad. You have good people, you got good teachers, bad teachers, good police, bad police, good and bad everything, good doctors, bad doctors. So you can, so we just can't say, oh, it's police. It's a good and bad. That's just nature. That's just the nature of people. So it starts at home. It starts in our own minds. It starts by not pointing the finger, but by saying, hey, what can I do? What can I do to make this situation better? How can I educate my children? How can I practice temperance and maintaining who I am and what I know to do? It starts with ourselves.
And it just stemming off of what she was saying, it goes back to going home. You know, back in the day, they used to always say it takes a village to raise one. So, you know, when you say home, you have to say the churches, you have to say the political individuals that we vote for. And, you know, just take a preemptive approach to it. You know, you just can't wait till something goes on in your community, you know, for you all to come out and be like, you know, I'm here, rah, 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 because no one's going to listen to you. You know, just take it for example in Baltimore when they had some of the preachers come out and, you know, no one would listen to them. They see what was going on right. And, you know, so just to take a preemptive approach, you know, for some of the pastors and some of the police officers, you know, I know Roundtree, he's doing a great job with the community policing. So, you know, just to do a preemptive approach when it comes to pastors and community leaders, you know, I think that'd be good for our city.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm going to add this, too, because I was in Atlanta not too long ago, a few weeks ago, I think, before all this happened. And there was a young man who had his daughter, and he got killed while he was on the bus stop. But there was nothing. Like, there's no... And I mean, they alleged that it was another black person that did it, and there was nothing done. Like, there was no marches, there was no riots, there was nothing. And I think for us, as African Americans, we can't pick and choose what we're going to stand for and what we're going to, you know, go against or whatever. I feel like somebody said this on Facebook, and I found it true. How can we expect for other races to care about us if we don't care about our own race? And I think that's, and again, not giving any excuse for, you know, officers to kill young black men. There's no excuse for that. But at the same time, we have to take a look at ourselves and take responsibility for some of the things that we tend to do. Like, I agree with what you're saying about it starts at home. We need to teach our young boys the reality of the situation, that in real life, they want black men to fail. And that's just the truth of the matter. So we have to prepare our young boys for that and teach them you can't go out into the community and feed into that stereotype. You see what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm not giving people an excuse to kill you or hurt you or anything, but we have to take that proactive step and not give them an excuse for them to violate us and violate who we are. I just think that's important. But again, I just want to go back. Again, we can't pick and choose, because I mean, I'm tired of the black on black violence. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're killing ourselves. You know, so.
Yeah, I totally agree with what everyone is saying. You know, I say all the time that you have to get out, number one, and vote. You have to vote, because the people that you are electing in office are the ones that's representing you, you know, at the top. So if you're not going out, they don't want it, my voice not heard and all this stuff, and you just want to come out in numbers when it's time for a black president, then this is the reason why, because the president can't do it on his own.
You know, I'm tired of that too. I'm tired of everybody blaming President Obama for everything. Like, he can't control that situation.
Right. We just had midterm elections, and it's predominantly all Republican, but you expect for the president to be able to pass a law or get something done. It can't get done. You have to always go out and vote. Education is key as well, because we have to know our rights. Not only do we need to raise our children to understand, but we need to know what's right and wrong. When they bust up in our house, we need to know if it's okay for them to bust in our house.
Right.
If they, arrest us on the street, we need to know if it's okay.
Yeah.
If they say it's a curfew, we need to know what time that curfew is as well. We need to set our phones. We need to make sure that we're picking our children up off the street before it's time for them to start coming around and making a calls. A lot of times I think that we just want to have a hashtag for a hashtag, and when the trend is gone, then all of a sudden it's always forgotten. And I don't think that is fair. I really feel like we do things like, just because I got my pants sagging and all this stuff, that don't mean it's a means for me to for them to pick on me. But why would you want to wear your pants that way? Why would you want to project yourself in a manner that you know is a stereotype, like you said? Let's not be a stereotype. Don't go out there just so you can have a reason to say he picking on me. Because I feel like a lot of times we want to become the victim. Don't become the victim. Be the conqueror. And
also I just want to piggyback on what you were saying about what's not cool. I think just a lot of people say the reason why the looting was happening was because people aren't listening and they were just trying to get their voices heard. It did cause a lot of noise, but let's think about the aftermath of it. You have black churches, black businesses that are gone now because of you're looting your own communities. And I don't see, me personally, I'm not there, but from my point of view, I don't see how that's helping the situation. Yeah, your voice is heard. We see you on the media, but at the end of the day, at the aftermath, that's a business that's gone. Exactly. That's somebody who hard earned money to get that business or to get that church or whatever it may be.
Let me do this real quick. I want to do this for both sides, and I think both police officers and the public needs to be more educated and vigilant about both sides of the law of public versus a public official. So we should say, because we have a lot of police officers that are killed in the line of duty just as well. So I don't see why we're not making a big stink when we have police officers that are killed in the line of duty. We're not standing up and smashing things and breaking things and going all haywire when we have a police officer that get killed in the line of duty. But time we have a citizen killed in the line of duty, because one bad apple don't make it bad for all police officers. You have police officers that do take up for their community in the one city or one town or one area of your city or your town, wherever you live, that does take the time out to work with the kids or work with the public. But that doesn't mean just because one police officer does something wrong, that don't mean all of them have to suffer the consequences behind it. Just like if a public person kills a police officer, that doesn't mean that just because that one person in that area kills a police officer, that doesn't make that area a bad area. And I think we just need to take a minute to sit back and try to understand both sides of this whole thing here and come together as one, because the problem has to be fixed and it has to be a solution to all the unrest and injustice. So we should say right now, but we just got to stop all the tearing up all our cities and tearing up the community that we live in, regardless of whether it's black or white. I think we just need to stop all the destruction of things, because we can't have our way throwing temper tantrums and going out burning things and just making things bad for ourselves and our own community. Because now what's going to wind up happening, who's going to want to go back in there and rebuild in that same area? Who's going to want to go and invest in that area? Because we already know, just watching the videos and watching the news and everything, with them just running around smashing car windows of cars that don't even belong to the police office, and tearing up our street, tearing up our businesses, burning down buildings and things in the community. And I just think that just destruction is just overboard right there. It's a peaceful way about going about doing anything without destroying everything.
Right, I agree. All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining us in this panel discussion. They aren't going anywhere, guys. We're going to talk more with Oscar Jesse about his event. Also, Most Elevated Deepness, she's going to give us some spoken word.
Can't wait.
Yes, it's going to be awesome, but we'll be right back after this.
What are you getting today?
I don't know. Be creative.
All right. Thank you.
You're so welcome. See you next time. So Clay's Haven of Beauty. One-on-one care for your hair.
Welcome to The Shop, a one-stop shop where you can get your hair cut, your hair done, your car detailed, some food, a tattoo, and a family atmosphere all in one place. Open 7 days a week. 2756 Milledgeville Road, Augusta, Georgia, across from JD Byrider. Come on down to The Shop. Welcome back to Karlton Says Live. Now, we always like to elevate and we like to promote people who are doing positive things here in the community. So we have our new segment. It's called the 706 Spotlight. Check it out.
I am not Hollywood, California. I am not New York City. I am not by no means Atlanta, Georgia. But I am Augusta. I say I am Augusta.
I am Augusta. That's the proclamation that actor Reggie Lewis is making as he continues to grind and work hard in the world of television, film, and theater. And because of this, Mayor Hardy Davis and the city of Augusta honored Reggie with a proclamation from the city for his accomplishments in the arts and his humanitarian acts in the Augusta community.
The only reason I'm sharing this story is because in life, you'll have a vision, you'll have a dream, but the position you're in may not allow you to understand how you're going to make it all come together. But I promise you, if you walk the walk, and you walk in God's favor, and you walk in God's grace, you'll show up.
Reggie is a graduate of T.W. Josie High School and a graduate of the Augusta Mini Theater. Reggie had a role in The Inevitable Defeat of Mr. and Pete, starring Jennifer Hudson, a recurring role in Boardwalk Empire, and most recently a guest starring role in NBC's Chicago PD. Congratulations, Reggie, and keep up the great work.
Augusta is known for being the city of golf, and Sean Murdoch is doing his part to put the city on the map in other ways. Sean is the founder of the FUBU Golf Classic, which can be considered a meeting of the minds. It's an opportunity for the movers and shakers in the community to come together to network and build relationships and partnerships that can last a lifetime.
I just wanted to make a contribution to the city, and through my connections with the industry, I thought this was a great thing for me to do. I wanted to be able to add something to the great city of Augusta because it's given me so much. But I wanted the people in Augusta to know that all things is possible, even in Augusta. That more people are looking at Augusta than you probably would normally think.
The founders of the clothing brand FUBU were also in the building, and they gave us a little insight on what made them want to start the brand that coined the phrase, for us, by us.
What made you guys want to start FUBU? Like, what was the beginning thought process of we want to start this thing? It's history, so it's part of our history. So what made y'all want to start this?
I think we all had our own different reasons. I know for me, it was lack of opportunity and knowing that a job wasn't going to necessarily give me the things I wanted in life. So I knew that being in business would be an opportunity to get a better life, be honest with you.
To check out the full interviews from this event, you can go to our website, KarltonSaysLive.com. All right, and somebody else who's doing great things here in the CSRA, we have Oscar Jesse. He's back with us to talk about his event, Art Meets Fashion. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Are you excited? Are you ready?
Oh, man, we're here. We're at the finish line. Thank God.
Now, how long have you been doing Art Meets Fashion?
This is going on the 6th year, 8th event within 6 years. So, yeah, we've been going strong. We started at the Marriott Hotel. Then we moved to a larger venue, which was the Payne College Hill Complex. And
okay.
Now we at the GRU, Maxwell Performing Arts Theater. So I'm looking forward to that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, now, what makes your event different? Because, there has been fashion shows around here in Augusta. But what makes your event different?
What makes my, because it's a little, I always say it's more than a fashion show, because I try to implement most, if not all, phases of art into the actual fashion event itself. That's why I call it Art Meets Fashion. So we have a live band there. We have poetry. We have poets coming from North Carolina, Atlanta, Georgia, Columbia, We have artists who come in and show their artwork. Between each fashion scene, we have kid models, female models, male models. So we just have a gist of just all kinds of phases of art, just implemented into the actual fashion event itself. So it's a little bit more than a fashion show, which makes it a great entertainment experience.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I'm excited.
Yes. Now, give us some information for those who are watching tonight. Where is it again? Like, how much it costs, all that great stuff.
There's going to be at the Maxwell Performing Arts Theater, which is located on the campus of GRU, Somerville campus, 2500 Walton Way, I believe.
Okay.
And the tickets start at $12. They can be purchased at both locations of Pyramid Music. They can be purchased online at www.artmeetsfashionexpo7.eventbrite.com. I'll say that again. www.artmeetsfashionexpo7.eventbrite. Did I say that right? We might need to cut that.
No, we
It's too late now.
Yeah, you good. We're gonna hold on third.
Okay.
You good.
Just call 706-469-2927.
Okay.
And I'll make sure I give you the correct information on where you can go purchase it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got you. Oh yeah.
But just as much fun as we have in here, you know, talking about the event is the same amount of fun that I try to implement into the actual event. So, you know, I try not to have a dull moment at all. You know, every event is different. So if you came to a show in the past, then, you know, it's going to be totally different from
Oh, okay. Cool. That was up. Tamika, you going to be there? I heard
Yes,
before we started the show,
I am.
Tamika said she's going to be there.
Like, it was funny because he was saying, you know, you can pick up tickets here and there. I picked up the tickets on campus from someone that was selling them. So y'all are really out there hustling, and I'm really excited for it.
Yes.
It's going to be packed out.
Yes.
Sold out.
Well, y'all definitely support this brother. He's doing great things here. Oscar Jesse Arts Meets Fashion is this Saturday, which is tomorrow.
Yep.
So y'all check it out. What time is it again?
7:30.
7:30.
Oh, see?
That's right. So y'all support. It's gonna be great. Tickets are $12. And definitely just come out and have a good time at the GRU Maxwell Performing Arts Theater.
Right.
That's right. All right. We'll be right back. Most Elevated Deepness is coming back with some spoken word. Y'all are not gonna want to miss this, so stay tuned. Karlton Says Live. See that, Augusta? Yeah.
Welcome to The Shop, a one-stop shop where you can get your hair cut, your hair done, your car detailed, some food, a tattoo, and a family atmosphere all in one place. Open 7 days a week. 2756 Milledgeville Road, Augusta, Georgia, across from JD Byrider. Come on down to The Shop.
What are you getting today?
I don't know. Be creative.
All right.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. See you next time. So Clay's Haven of Beauty. One-on-one care for your hair.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we're back with Most Elevated Deepness in the house, making it happen for you right here on Karlton Says Live. What you got for us?
Well, hopefully, wherever I go, I try to take you to church just a little bit.
We're going to do it right here.
You might get saved tonight.
I'm waiting for it.
That's all right.
We're going to do it.
That's all right.
Most Elevated Deepness right here, Karlton Says Live.
Think about His love. Think about His goodness. Think about His grace that has brought us through. For as high as the heavens above, So great is the measure of our Father's love. Great is the measure of our Father's love. And your love goes on and on. Even when I continually do more wrong than right. See, I refuse to let these deceivers come and tell me that you don't love me in spite. In spite of my refusals to do right, in spite of my desires to club some night. See, it's by your power, it's by your might. Lord, you gave me the desire to do what's right. No longer tussling and wrestling with these deceivers in an ongoing fight, and your love goes on and on. See, the true essence that is you is love unconditional, ongoing, divine, and spiritual. My life is a miracle. Expressing I urge to praise you lyrically. Lord, the love you give can only be described as true and genuine intimacy. So, Lord, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for residing on the inside of me, causing me to look into me, discovering the vault that you placed in my chest, and using my tongue as the key. See, those who heed from here on out must proceed with caution. See, because deep down in the innermost recesses of my brain are words and thoughts that can no longer be restrained. See, I'm a birth this thing. No epidural needed. I'm tired of folks all the time being stank and conceited. It makes me gag like a nasty nap formed at the corner of a weed track. Snap out of your trance to dispel this ghost spell of ignorance. Only then will you gain your blessed assurance. It's like all this confusion is causing an illusion. Wait, let me be frank before my mind goes blank. Different religions, all these new coalitions expressing my blackness, my Nubianism. Some people think it's barbarianism, a ghetto melting pot. Wait, can I get some Kool-Aid? I'm kinda hot to trot means to walk fastly. I say hello, but you walk right past me. Hot, sweaty, cool sense of perspiration. Too deep to indulge in intelligent conversation. Silent fears, black tears from the ghetto. Pulling my strings, moving my hands like Geppetto. Got me wondering what it's worth. Sweating harder than a woman struggling to give birth is what we need. And it starts with a seed of thanksgiving. So, Lord, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for residing on the inside of me, causing me to look into me, discovering that vault, Lord, that you placed in my chest. That's the Holy Spirit. And using my tongue as the key. Thank you.
Woo! Yeah, oh, well, we was a snap. Was a snap. Was a snap. That was a snap. That's right, I forgot. This is different. This is different. Yeah, thank you so much for coming. That was amazing.
I was in a trance, like.
I forgot what it was for a second. I was like, she finished, and I was like, oh, that's right. Supposed to come in. That's right. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us. That was excellent. We definitely have to have you come back again from Karlton Says Live. Oh, it's amazing. You guys, get some culture in your life. Please. That was amazing. Yes, that's how we do it here on Karlton Says Live. And thank you so much for tuning in. We're here every Friday at 1:30 on CW Augusta. We'll see y'all next week.
See you next week.
This episode of Karlton Says Live is sponsored by Clay's Haven of Beauty, located at 1913 Tubman Home Road, QP Dollhouse, located at 877 Broad Street, and The Shop, located at 2756 Milledgeville Road.